Hello, crew. Okay, today you're going to use Google Earth, and I know you've used it before, but I want to show you a few things today that you might not know. We're going to do some projects with Google Earth, so you want to make sure you feel really good navigating Google Earth using the tools so that when we do the project, you're not trying to figure out things on how do I use Google Earth, and you can just do the fun project that you will have. Okay, so it's loaded up, and sometimes it takes a little bit to get to this screen, so just be patient with your Chromebook loading up, especially a whole bunch getting on at one time. It might take an extra minute or so. All right, so here we are. We are at Google Earth. I'm just going to change my mouse so it highlights here. All right, cool. There we go. All right, so here we are. We're floating in space. Oh no. Okay. So, couple things you can do here. You can search for where you want to go by clicking on the search icon here, or you can just zoom in. And to zoom in, you use these plus and minus tools. If I go plus a whole bunch of times, it zooms in. I can also pinch in and pinch out using my pointer finger and my thumb on my touchpad that allow me to zoom in and to zoom out. So let's see. You know what? I'm going to search for our school. So I'll click on the icon, and I'm going to type in Regan. It has to be spelled correctly. It's autofilling, but not Regan Intermediate. So I'm going to keep typing still not. I could keep typing, or look, it has autofilled right here. So I'm going to click on this, and it's going to fly me in, zoom me into our school, Regan Intermediate School. You can see the little pin tool there that's in red. Okay, so I am here. I'm floating up in the sky. I'm going to X this out for now over here. All right. So right now we are in 2D mode, which means we're directly over top. I can't kind of see forward farther in the background or foreground of what's there. Couple things you can do here. You can click and hold with one finger on your touchpad, drag with the other, and go back and forth and around and around. If you want to zoom out a little bit, press minus, and kind of see where we are here a little bit. But maybe you want to go to 3D mode. So over here, I click the 3D button, and look at what it changed. Okay, so now it's turning it, and it's kind of like I can see all over the place here while it's turning. It will continue turning until I click on my screen somewhere. So I click, and it stops turning. Now, maybe you're like, oh, but I wanted to turn more around the other way. Okay, that's all right. We are in 2D. Got to go back to 2D mode and then click 3D mode. I did that over here. So we're in 3D mode like this. To go to 2D mode, I click the 2D mode button right here. It puts me directly over top looking down. If I want to keep turning, I'll click 3D. And that allows me to see what's around here a little bit. You can see names of roads, different places, and I'm going to stop it again. So I'm just going to click here. All right, something else you can do. You can go to Street View, which means you're down on the street and you can walk or drive around. So this is the drop-in tool that gets you to Street View. Looks like a little person. If I click and hold and drag, anywhere that's blue, I can drop in. I can't drop in right here in this baseball field because it's not highlighted blue, but I can on the streets. Sometimes you can drop into buildings if the buildings are highlighted blue, like the road is, but otherwise you cannot. So let's drop in front of our school right here. And it's going to fly me in. And now I'm on Street View. Now I can drive around a little bit. Let's see if I click this arrow, it drives me forward. I can also click and hold on my mouse pad and drag. I would use two fingers, one to click and hold in the corner of your mouse pad and the other finger to drive around. Okay, here we are. Let's see. I can turn, click and hold, drag, and I can turn and I can go around. Let's see what happens when I click plus or minus. Ooh, it lets me zoom in here a little bit if I want to do that. There's our school, Star Point Central School. All right, so let's go back to 2D. Well, first I want to get out of Street View, so I'm going to click on the Street View icon here to exit it. It gets me back out, and now I can go somewhere else. All right, let's say I want to go to Hawaii, but I'm like, oh no, I don't know how to spell Hawaii. Well, you could try searching Hawaii. and maybe it'll autofill if you spell it correctly. Or, if you don't know how to spell something, open up another tab and just start doing a Google search and start typing how you think it's spelled. And there's a good chance it's going to guess. It did. It guessed Hawaii. I'll click on it. And now in the search text box, it says Hawaii. So I can select that, copy it, go back to Google Earth, and just paste it here. And now I know it's spelled correctly. I want to go right to Hawaii. I can press enter, or I could click here. And here we go. It's going to fly me from my school to Hawaii. Okay, there we go. I can zoom in and have some fun with Hawaii. I want to go back to our school. I want to show you one more tool that I want you to know how to use by the end of class. So it does have a recent search. When I click in the search box, recent search, Regan Intermediate School, click on that. And I'm going to show you how to measure distance from one place to the other, so you know how far something is. All right, so let's get into our school. And let's see. I'm going to zoom out. Let's see how far it is between two places. Let's find some places that I know. Click and hold and drag. I'm looking for the sunflowers of Sanborn. Oh, there it is, right there. Haha, when I zoomed out, I found it right here. So I want to find out how far is it from our school, which you know is right here, to the sunflowers of Sanborn. Well, this tool over here on the left-hand side says measure distance and area. I'm going to click on it. And now, look, my pointer turned into a little plus sign. So I have to go to where I want to start. So here we are in front of our school. I'm going to tap one time on my touchpad. And now when I drag, it's starting to measure. Let's see, I'm going to take a road. Looks like if I go here and then turn. So now I need to turn. So I tap one time, drag up on this road, tap one time, and then drag this way, tap. This is where I want to end, so I'm going to tap twice, tap, tap. It's going to tell me how far it is. Oh, it's 6,316 meters, but I want to measure it in miles. So I click this down arrow, and I can measure how many inches in it. This is kind of cool. Let's see. Ooh, that's a lot of inches. Let's do miles. Oh, it's 3.92 miles. So about 4 miles to drive from Star Point to the sunflowers of Sanborn. Now, what if you were a bird? You could just fly there directly. Let's see what that looks like. So I'm going to click on the measure tool over here to the left, and I'll start. Click on it again. There we go. And if I'm a bird, I don't have to take the road. I can fly right there directly like this. And tap. Oh, it's much shorter. Oh, tap 2 times when you're done. Tap, tap. So it's much shorter, 2.77 miles. All right, so that's the measuring tool. So I want you to feel good about using Google Earth by the end of class today. How to zoom in, how to zoom out, how to use the street view over here, how to get from 3D to 2D, what that looks like. Click and drag, driving around in Street View, but I also want you to know how to use that measuring tool because we will be doing something with that. So today's your day to kind of play around with it, learn how to use it, so that when we do our project, it becomes really easy for you to do. All right, that's it. Have fun. When you're